Okay, today we're going to be talking about the AWS OpenSearch service. So OpenSearch itself is a tool, an open source tool that is a fork of a previously open source but no longer open source product called Elasticsearch, which is, as the name suggests, a search engine. I wouldn't worry too much about the history of it, and I wouldn't worry too much even about all the various options of OpenSearch that AWS offer, and there are quite a few of them. The main thing you need to know for the purposes of the exam is what you can do with the OpenSearch service as it exists in AWS. And the primary use cases for that are document search and storage. So if your website wants to have a search facility to search through items on the site, you might use OpenSearch for that. Or if you're running an e-commerce site, you want to let people search for products, OpenSearch will do that for you. Log and analytics data, including tracing. So that's a very common use case. You might output all the logs from your application into OpenSearch and then search through them to find problems and spot trends. And also vectors. So vector search is something that is used in as part of generative AI, something called retrieval augmented generation. So essentially you can have documents that the large language model through AWS Bedrock can access and provide results on. That's the main thing you need to know. I will talk to you about the other parts of OpenSearch, but if you remember nothing else for the exam, that's the bit you need to know. So what you also get is a variety of options of how you want to run OpenSearch. You can run the standard version of OpenSearch. You can run what's called a light engine, which really is very cost effective, but much less featureful. Useful if all you want to do is just log analytics and find items in logs, basically a better version of CloudWatch logs. There is also OpenSearch serverless as well. Serverless is essentially the full version of OpenSearch, but without needing to pay for EC2 instances, although they're the OpenSearch equivalent of EC2 instances. There are, with OpenSearch serverless, still minimum costs. So this is not like DynamoDB, for example, a service where if you're not using it, you don't pay for it. One thing you do need to know about is that OpenSearch gives you a DSL, a domain-specific language that you can use to query search, to search within the documents that are in the OpenSearch data store. And it gives you a dashboard interface from which you can do searches. So if you're using it for log analysis or tracing data, you're almost certainly going to be using the OpenSearch dashboards to do that. Obviously, if you're using it and the front end is your website because you're letting people search for products or what have you, then that's not going to be so relevant to you. Data ingestion is kind of handled separately in that you would often have separate nodes for OpenSearch to do ingestion. The use cases can get pretty complex with OpenSearch. There is a specific OpenSearch ingestion service designed to make it much easier for you to get things into OpenSearch, where essentially you've got a point and click UI that gives you some standardized options where you can say, oh yeah, I want to ingest my AWS WAF logs, for example, into OpenSearch, and it will configure it for you. Again, for the purpose of the exam, don't worry too much about that. Just know document search, logs and analytics, and vector search. You can, of course, as with everything else, use other AWS services with OpenSearch. So I mentioned Bedrock for Gen AI. You can have Lambda write to OpenSearch and read from OpenSearch. You can write to OpenSearch through Kinesis Firehose or Firehose data streams. So that's a pretty standard way to get large amounts of data into OpenSearch, to stream it into OpenSearch through Firehose. So you might do that for logs. You might also do that for clickstream data, for general analytics type data. Probably not so much for RAG use cases where you're going to be directly querying the OpenSearch API. In terms of scaling for OpenSearch, so if you're using the standard version of OpenSearch, then you can do manual scaling, or you can do automated scaling, but it's a lot more limited. Or you can use the serverless version, which is fully automatic scaling, although, as I mentioned, important to know that it does not scale to 0. So if you're trying out the OpenSearch service, make sure you delete your collection, even in serverless mode, because otherwise you are going to be incurring an ongoing cost. Here's a nice summary for you. Until next time, enjoy the cloud.